Hey everybody, my name is Parker Judd, and I was blessed with the privilege to do commercial real estate. To answer some of the questions about what's happening and today, about a brief idea about what commercial real estate's about, and some of the future concerns or possibilities that could be in the nearby future in this upcoming year. Going off of the first one, commercial real estate. I was looking just to go off of a brief definition of what commercial real estate really is. So commercial real estate is any property that is exclusively used for business activity. Any non-residential property used for commercial profit-making purposes, to get a little bit more specific. So we can look at some of these examples as the local malls, local shopping outlets that we are used to and seeing nowadays. And, where usually you can see a lot of where, let's say, Chipotle is, Cafe Rios, other stores like Kohl's, Ulta, Nike, all those shopping centers, they usually don't all buy a big commercial building, but then they have to pay for all the other little costs that go with it, all operating expenses and whatever. So it's usually easier for these little small businesses to make more money and make it beneficial for everybody in the short term and the long term to just rent out or lease that property to use. So like you can see in the bottom of the screen, there's some examples of some stores, some malls, some office buildings, and some industrial parks. Funny thing to know about my family, my dad, we have a special compound pharmacy named Partel in Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada. So one of their buildings they actually own, and then they rent out or lease out some of the other building for other stores so that they don't have to pay all that cost. And usually most businesses, they just lease so they don't have to worry about that expense. But when dealing with certain things, they want to make sure there's a clean environment. So I actually know quite a bit in how these operating expenses can add up and really take away from a business, which is why a lot of people just try to lease out for now. Heading back to where we're at, like going on today. According to Bloomberg and the New York City, and seeing what they've been seeing on with commercial real estate today, they've saw commercial real estate prices have recovered above the peaks they set before the housing crisis. So the housing prices have went up for everything, not even housing, but also commercial real estate. They're able to make more money. The companies are making money. The economy is booming right now. And that's really important because before the housing crisis, that was probably one of the better times in U.S. economic history before that big recession hit us. In fact, something that I found pretty interesting to go along with what is going on today with commercial real estate is that the New York City real estate values, they jumped to 9%. And the residential and commercial property value in Brooklyn rose 12% to $335 billion. I know that has some of residential, but right now all property is important and everything's booming with the economic. It just makes you know when it's going to peak or when there's going to be a tipping point to it. But right now, it's great, and especially for New York, because Brooklyn's the top of the 15 borough to produce that, so they're doing really well. Concerns that I've seen from the Business Insider posted this about Morgan Stanley. They said that one of the concerns they've been seeing is that the risk that the growth of the net operating income can slow down due to the revenues for commercial properties, excluding operating expenses. One thing why that played a big deal, and due to like the reading that I read, and is that because of the overall net operating income will start to decrease, then from the commercial value, the commercial properties, money that they're bringing into that property, if it's not enough, the operating expenses will then take a little slight dip, and people will see it kind of like a, I would say, an end or a plateau point. So that's what Morgan Stanley, that financial group, is saying to watch out for, because they feel like there's coming to an end where it's going to plateau or kind of go back down, because it's not going to be able to withstand the amount of money it's making right now. That's it. I hope you like the commercial real estate, and I hope that you make smart investments in the future. Thanks, guys.